Hey guys, it is Maria from PA Dance Network. How's your weekend going? Um, my weekend's been going really well, and lots of self-awareness coming up as far as some interesting topics that I wanted to share with you. Today is our Simmer Down Saturday, and the topic that I want to kind of delve into, I want to really blow the lid off of something for you, a myth that has been causing a lot of sort of pain and confusion in people's minds. I really want to talk with you about that this evening, or whenever it is that you're listening to this. So what I'd like you to do, just to prepare for this, grab a piece of paper, pen, pencil. If you have any lavender essential oil, grab your bottle, or any calming essential oil will be fine. And I'll just say hi to a couple of you as I give you a few minutes to grab pen, pencil. So hey Kimberly, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while or talked with you. Hi Megan, I can see you there. Happy to have you joining in. Just grab a piece of paper and a pencil or pen, and if you have your lavender oil, get your lavender oil. And throughout this broadcast, whether you're listening to it live or later, be sure to give us a like or a thumbs up or a little heart if you enjoy and if you're receiving something from this. Also, you want to share this with friends. Hey Brittany, good to see you here. Grab a little piece of paper and a pen, honey. And if you have your lavender oil, grab your lavender. Hey Zulma, good to see you, honey. How are you? I'm giving you a big hug. Just allowing everybody to grab a piece of paper and pen right now, and your lavender essential oils. If you don't have essential oils, it's totally fine. You can do this without it. So what I'd like to share with you today for our Simmer Down Saturday is the fact that the logical mind is like a computer programming system. And that is the place that stores all of our dramas, our traumas, and things that have gone on in life, things that we've seen with other people as they have suffered, or things we just don't want to look at. And if we don't work on clearing things, hey Carol, how are you, sweetie? Grab your lavender oil if you have some, and a piece of paper and a pen. If we don't look at the things that are trapping us in our mind, the mind gets really confused and it starts to go into overdrive. This overdrive that happens when you have too much stimulus going on in your mind and you don't know what to do with it all. It's just basically trapped energy and different beliefs, and as I said before, different things involving the future, involving overwhelm, involving pain, suffering, things you're worried about, all this kind of stuff. If you don't know what to do with it or how to make it stop, that's something I hear a lot about in my practice here, is like, how do you make the mind stop? If you don't understand how this is working, you can cause yourself to not sleep at night. Your blood pressure goes up. It's just, there's a whole bunch of different chemical reactions then that go on in the body that create the fight or flight, in the nervous system, and to make you go into a hypertension. So I'm going to blow the lid off of something. This actually occurred when I was a kid, because I was always a spiritual intuitive as a child. I just didn't understand it. I didn't know it. And, my parents they didn't really understand it either. And when I was younger, I had the feeling that all the thoughts that I was thinking in my head were not mine. They couldn't possibly be all my thoughts, because they didn't align with me. Like, some of the thoughts didn't even resonate with me. And I didn't understand, like, why there was so much chaos and confusion. As I grew and continued on my spiritual path and in my path of self-help and I did some therapy when I was in my late teens, and I love anything like that, like anything that can help empower people and help them to heal. So I did a lot of self-discovery, a lot of work on myself, obviously, to learn about myself and why things were happening. Later in life, too, what I realized was in this self-discovery that it was true. Most of the thoughts that I was thinking were not my own. They were the stimulus and energy and information coming in from the world around me. They were coming in from other people's fears and other people's thoughts about themselves and other people's dramas. And I was like a psychic sponge, as so many of us are. And when you think about kids, how they come into the world, they're pure, they don't have any of this crazy stuff with them. Their kids are like psychic sponges, and they learn how to cope with things, as we all have as adults. We learn how to cope with things so that we don't want to look stupid. We don't want to look like we're abnormal or something. We don't want people to think we're weird. But the truth is that we're very sensitive beings, and we basically are reacting to the environment around us. So let's talk about the environment, your physical environment. If you have a lot of clutter in your home, if you have a lot of debris, if you have drawers that are overflowing with stuff and you can't put anything else in it, if your drawers and cabinets are a mess, these are all signs of what's going on up here. One of the things you can do is start clutter clearing very slowly. Just take one drawer and start clearing stuff out and getting rid of things that you don't like, that you don't need, that are just sitting there waiting for God knows what, like for the sky to fall. Well, I might need that in the future. You don't need it. Just get rid of it. And if you are in a harsh environment, if you work in an environment where there is a lot of chaos going on, or there's a lot of people that are just maybe not taking the best care of themselves, you will sense that and you will feel it. And what happens is you mistake it for your own energy, your own thoughts. The other thing that can happen too is if you have ever experienced any traumas or dramas in your own life, any type of turbulence, we all have experienced that. And if you haven't done the healing work around it to release it, it's going to keep playing in your mind, just like in the back of your computer. If you have all your programs set up, you got to turn the programs off. Otherwise, it's going to continue to play. If you are, let's just say, if you're with your mate and your mate's going through a lot of stuff, whether they talk about it or not talk about it, and you're sleeping next to them, you will be feeling that stuff while you're sleeping. And it will be working on your mind unless you have a conscious, clear boundary of loving light around yourself so that chaos energy is not allowed to come in. So what I realized was, from being a child to now, and it was true, that a lot of the pain that I was experiencing in my own mind belonged to other people. And it also belonged just to the world, to people being in fear and living in fear and being, overly concerned and worried about everything. I was feeling that, and maybe you are too. And I'm looking at the people that are here live right now, and I'm going to say that I would think that that's the case for you as well. We do have to clean up our own stuff. We do need to get the healing and do the release work and call in the love to help usher out any of our things that, any of our past pains and things like that. We need to work through that. Yes, but the majority of it is because you have been absorbing other people's stuff. So what I'd like you to do with your piece of paper is I'd like you to just connect with yourself right now. And I would like you to write down 5 things that your mind tells you over and over again about yourself, a repetitive thought that you keep hearing all the time. in your mind. I want you to write 5 of them down, and don't censor them. Please don't censor them. Just let them come out. It doesn't matter if they make sense or not. Don't worry about it. Just let it be. Okay? So when you're like in the middle of your day, or when you're getting ready to go to work, or you're getting ready to have people over, or you're about to meet with family, what thoughts come into your head? What things do you hear that you feel worried about? Just 5. I know you're like, I can fill out the whole page. Just do 5. What I'd like you to do, and if you only have 3 written down, that's totally fine. And if you have 1 written down, that's fine. We're going to use it as an example. What I'd like you to do right now is drop into your heart space. And so instead of being aligned with the logical mind, the computer bank, the place of memory and stored information, I want you to drop down, bring your awareness into your heart space. And you can even put your hands over your heart, just like you would place your hands on a loving child, or even an unloving child, on a child. Just place your hands on your heart. And begin to just bring your awareness down to your heart space. Can you feel that calm that's in there? As you breathe, can you feel that there's peace in there? From that place of peace, I'd like you to look at the first thing you have written down, and I want you to ask yourself, I want you to ask your love, your loving light, your heart space, whatever you have written down, is it true? Okay, and write down yes or no next to it. Is it true? Then I would like you to ask yourself, whose thought was that? Was it your thought? You can ask, was that my thought? Did that come from me? You're probably getting the answer no, right? And then you can take it a step further. Whose thought was it? Was it a parent? Was it a coworker? Was it your child's? Was it your husband? Was it your wife? Whose thought was it? Was it the collective consciousness fear? That you were just feeling the global fear? Was it something you picked up on your commute to work or back home again? Whose thought was it? Okay, so let's go down to the next thing. So whatever is the next one, okay? First you're going to ask, as you drop into your heart, is it true? Is it my truth? And you're going to take the same process for each of the 5 that you have written down. And if you're just joining in, hi ladies, I see you popping in. You can go back and listen to it in just a few minutes and get the gist of what we're doing here. And you're going to ask, was that your thought? That thought that your mind was broadcasting to you, was it yours? You may hit upon a couple, maybe 1 or 2 that might be yours, and then you need to look further within that and do the inner reflection on that. But most of the time, the thoughts that are coming in have nothing to do with you. But they take your mind, they take over, and they start creating feelings, sensations, reactions, interactions, hyperdrive, They start creating things. Okay, and you, for that second one, you want to ask, whose thought was that? Was that mom's? Was it dad's? And P.S., it doesn't matter if your parents have passed, by the way. It doesn't matter. Okay? Was it grandpa, grandma's thought? Was it a belief system that ran in the family? What was it? You can find these things out by just checking in with your heart, because your heart doesn't lie to you and it knows everything about you. Okay, so you're going to go through each of your 5. If you're just joining in, you can just have a little meditation moment as we're just sort of giving people space to check into those thoughts. And so, what did you realize? I mean, you can comment below if you want to share with us. That would be great. Were those thoughts that you were thinking actually yours, or were you picking up broadcasted information from around you somewhere? Okay. You can even give just a thumbs up if you resonate with that most of it wasn't your stuff. So how does this work then? How do you learn to navigate this? You have to realize that, again, most of the thoughts that you think don't belong to you. They're not yours. You don't have to act on them. You don't need to create with them, and you don't need to let them affect you. You might feel them, you might sense them, and you just have to understand that your soul, your spirit, the divine loving light that's created you, is giving you information about your surroundings and about how to keep you safe, how to have you navigate. If you're feeling all this heavy energy, you may want to kind of think about, is this really the direction I want to go in? So it's giving you information. What happens is people take it in and they think it's theirs, and they start creating from it and they start living it. And then they actually, over time, can have all kinds of stuff. Hypertension, chronic things going on in the body. The cells are constricting and contracting, and they're going into all these physical aches and pains. If over time nothing is done about this and they don't understand it, then they do need to seek medical attention at some point. I mean, so we've got to kind of get really clear about what our mind does and how to use it in a positive way, so that it serves you and it's in alignment with your heart. So one of the things that you can do is just what we did. You can realize that you need to come down into your heart, and you need to filter everything through your heart space and ask questions of your heart, and which requires you to spend a little time with yourself so you can get to know about how you work and how you operate. It's called self-discovery. What I'd like you to do is just look at the list that you made and cross off all the crap that's not your stuff. Don't you feel better now? Okay, so if you feel that you want some more support with this, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, of course, throughout the weeks to come and days to come. But if you feel like you want some one-on-one attention, support, I can help you through a ton of stuff, and it's really fun to get your freedom on. It is, and it's inspiring, and sometimes it might be a little painful as you work through things, but it's so temporary and it's so worth it. The programming in our minds needs to change. We need to really step back and release what's not our stuff. And what you can do is just release it into the light. Once you recognize it's not yours, you just release it into the light. If it's something that you need to address, you need to do that. That's great. That's all a part of self-discovery. So As far as our Simmer Down Saturday goes, I want to talk with you also about this little bottle of lavender. If you haven't yet tried the doTERRA oils, they are 100% pure therapeutic grade oils. I teach people about them. I help them to navigate with them. I help you to learn about them, and I use them in all my practices here at the studio, both in our studio in person and our online practices and classes that we teach. Lavender, I wanted to just start you off with that. And so why we're calling it Simmer Down Saturday is because if you think about the mind and all the stuff that's going on up there, it's just like a big pot of simmering stuff. And so I'm teaching you how to simmer down and come back into your heart space, okay? One of the ways to do it is the process that I just shared with you. There's millions of ways, and I'm sharing those on these live feeds. The other one is by using just some essential oils. So if you have some with you, you're gonna just take your lavender oil and just put a drop or two and just place it around. And you can do this without the oils. You can do this technique. Just put some on your fingertips. And then you're gonna rub the spot between your eyebrows, your third eye, which is where all your divine wisdom comes in. Just rub it upward. And you can sort of just rub it around the tops of the eyebrows and then go right into the temples. And what does this do? How are you feeling right now? It helps to calm and soothe. The lavender oil has a very calming, soothing power and property to it. And then you can just rub the excess into your hands and just inhale. And the oils, the doTERRA oils are so pure and amazing. It changed my life in so many ways. They go right into your bloodstream and down into your cellular structure, and they help to calm everything down. And just by inhaling the essential oils, it goes into your olfactory, which is right in the center of your brain, and it just calms everything down. So these are some of the tips and tools and techniques. I'm really passionate about helping people take care of themselves and learn about how. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. That's why I'm sharing with you what I'm sharing with you, because you're awesome and you deserve to live an amazing, beautiful life that is stress-free. So if I can help you to do that, I would love it. Love it, love it. If you would like information about the essential oils, if you haven't received a sample from me, I'm happy to send you one. You can message me with your mailing information. I'll take a listen intuitively as to a couple different samples that I feel that would be best for you to start using, and we can get you started on that. Mike and I have been using these essential oils for over 3 years, and we've used other ones in the past, and these are phenomenal. They have so many healing benefits, and they change your body chemistry within seconds. You might be feeling frazzled, and then 2 seconds later you're going to be feeling calm. Okay, and if you couple using the oils with meditation, with doing things like this, with inner reflection, with spending time alone with yourself, with maybe doing some movement, you will notice a drastic, positive, and significant difference in your quality of life. And you're going to be raising your vibration so that you're not living in the dense, harsh energies. And you're also going to be able to make better choices for yourself as you start resonating with your heart and stop giving the control of your life over to your mind. Because as we've seen here this evening, the thoughts that you think, they're not all yours, and you've been maybe acting them out. Okay, so I hope this was a very heart-opening, eye-opening, soul-opening experience for you this evening. Wanted to let you know about a couple things that we have going on here. We have a beautiful online yoga membership. It's a monthly membership where it's $55 a month, and you get unlimited classes with me and my 2 amazing instructors. And we have about 22 different classes that you can log into and take right from home. Happy to give you a free trial class to try it out and help you get it set up if that's something that you want to do. The women that have been taking this program have been having so many amazing experiences and lots of aha moments in their own life. Plus, it's really fun and it's a peaceful time for you to just be with you, doing something good for you, and putting yourself first as opposed to putting yourself last. When you put yourself last, you feel like crap. Okay? So I have that program available. Would love to help you get started with that if that's something that's resonating for you. It feels like a yes. If you'd like to come to the studio, starting a new program, a new 4-week yoga program on Thursday evenings in February from 5:30 to 6:30. And you are happy to come in and join us on that program. The studio here at PA Dance Network is a private, by appointment only studio now that I'm not out in the mainstream with the big hoopla and all that stuff. That was another one of my choices. Now you know why I made those choices. So if you want to do that, please let me know. Really interested in nurturing these one-on-one relationships with you and helping to gather these small group classes of supportive people. Thursday nights, there's also our dance fitness class that's starting up in February. It's 6:45 to 7:45, and that is a really fun, just a fun, like, light dance movement cardio class with different types of stretching, Pilates, core work, and meditation. It's a great full body, mind, body, spirit workout. If you'd like to come in person to join in on that, that would be great. We'd love to have you. If you register for both of those classes, you get a $15 little shopping spree in my studio store, which is all these beautiful essential oil products that I've made, bath salts and soaks, and I wrote a book, spiritual guidance cards, all kinds of stuff that I've created that help you on your path, to help you to get clear with yourself so that you can be this powerful force of love in a way that feels great as opposed to feeling crippled and exhausted. So it's very self-empowering. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is this coming Tuesday night at 9 p.m., I'm going to be sending out a long-distance Reiki healing session for anybody who would like to experience that. If you don't know anything about Reiki, would love to share with you a little bit about what that is. If you go onto my website and you click Reiki, there is a link there. I didn't write the information on it, but I feel like it's a really thorough, comprehensive article about what Reiki is and what it can do for you. It's just a divine, beautiful, peaceful, healing energy that can be received by you when you're laying down in your own home, in the comfort and privacy of your own home. And I will be channeling this energy to whoever wants to enjoy a session. The session it's a mini session. It's probably going to be about a half an hour channeling. And it's $22 a person, and I'm receiving registration for that now. You can reach out to me and I can give you some more details on that. We also have our Happy, Healthy, Whole Essential Oils page. It's a private community. We have over 200 people there that are learning about these oils, who already purchased them, who are walking the path with the oils. And there's a lot of great information there. If you want to join in on that, I can give you access to our private page. If you're on your spiritual journey, as I suspect everybody is here that's listening to us right now, and you need more, and you want the lid off, you can join me over on my private spiritual page, which has a little over 100 people in it right now who are on the spiritual path, where I don't hide anything, or I don't sugarcoat anything. It's just like, yeah, we talk about angels there and other things. So it's a great page. It's called Walking Your Path, and daily inspirations that I post there from other spiritual teachers who I feel are reputable and living in their heart center, helping humanity to heal and helping to raise the vibration of the planet back to its natural state of love. Just wanted to share all that good stuff with you. I hope that this has served you tonight. Please begin to observe your mind and start to hold your loving light. If it is something that is coming in that is not your thought, please release it back to where it came from. Give it back to the energy of love and just send it out into the light. Don't manifest it inward. It's not yours. So I hope this helps you to simmer down. Simmer down Saturday. Stay in your heart. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Please give us a like. Little hearts are wonderful. And please share with your friends who you feel need this, who would be just more than welcome to receive what it is that we are sharing here with you now. Okay? Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Please reach out if I can do anything for you. Thank you. Bye.